Animal facts that are not only informative and interesting, but also hilarious, quirky, and fascinating. Whales communicate with each other using complex songs that can travel for miles through the ocean. Their songs are a form of social interaction, especially among males. Dolphins have been observed using tools, like sea sponges, to protect their noses while foraging on the ocean floor. They're the tool users of the sea. Tigers are solitary animals, unlike lions. They prefer to hunt and live alone, marking their territories with their distinctive scent. Elephants have incredible memories. They can recognize faces, remember water sources, and recall past events from many years ago. Pufferfish are not just good at inflating, they are also some of the most dangerous fish in the world due to their venomous nature. Octopuses have blue blood due to a copper-rich protein called hemocyanin, which helps them survive in cold, low-oxygen water. Killer whales, or orcas, are known for their intelligence with complex social structures and communication. They often work together to hunt in cooperative groups. Bees have 5 eyes. They have 2 large compound eyes and 3 smaller eyes located on the top of their heads, all of which help them navigate while collecting nectar. Rats are capable of empathy and can distinguish between the emotional states of other rats, sometimes even choosing to help others in distress. Pigs are smarter than dogs and are capable of learning new tasks. They can even be trained to play video games and solve puzzles. Lemurs communicate with scent markings, and some species even use their tails to waft their scent to other lemurs to send messages. Owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees to give them an almost 360-degree field of vision, allowing them to track prey without moving their bodies. Jellyfish are over 95% water and have no brain, heart, or bones. They are simple, yet fascinating creatures that have survived for millions of years. Giraffes can clean their ears with their 21-inch long tongues. They have some of the longest tongues in the animal kingdom. Frogs can breathe through their skin, which is how they stay alive when they hibernate underwater. Rabbits have a nearly 360-degree field of vision, helping them stay on high alert for predators. They can see behind them without moving their heads. Lions are not the only big cats with a powerful roar. A tiger's roar can be heard up to 2 miles away, which is impressive for such a solitary creature. Polar bears have black skin underneath their white fur, which helps them absorb more sunlight and stay warm in the frigid Arctic temperatures. Pandas are born tiny, about the size of a stick of butter, and are completely helpless, needing their mothers for warmth and care. Ants can carry 50 times their body weight. These tiny creatures are incredibly strong and can lift objects many times larger than themselves. Wolves have a sophisticated social structure, and each pack has an alpha pair that leads the group and makes important decisions for survival. Sea otters hold hands when they sleep to keep from drifting apart. It's a cute and practical way of staying together in the open sea. Raccoons are highly intelligent and have excellent problem-solving skills. They have been observed figuring out how to open locks and doors. Sharks have been around for more than 400 million years, making them older than dinosaurs. They've survived multiple mass extinctions. Caterpillars have 12 eyes. These tiny eyes help them detect movement and predators, giving them a better chance to survive in the wild. Giraffes only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep each day. They can survive on short naps throughout the day, making them one of the least sleep-dependent animals. Bats can live for over 30 years, which is quite remarkable for such small creatures. They also have excellent memory and can remember the locations of their roosts. Ostriches are the largest birds in the world, but they can't fly. They make up for it with their speed. An ostrich can run up to 45 miles per hour. Cuttlefish have the ability to change both the color and texture of their skin, blending seamlessly into their surroundings, like underwater chameleons. Wolves can communicate through body language, vocalizations, and scent marking. They are experts at expressing themselves without words. Squids have the ability to communicate using bioluminescence. Their color-changing abilities are an intricate form of underwater communication. Peacocks can make a loud, screeching sound when threatened. Their calls may sound a bit alarming, but they serve to warn others of danger. Chickens can make over 30 different vocalizations. They use these sounds to communicate with each other and to let others know when they are in danger. Whales have the largest brains of any animal on Earth. Their brains weigh up to 20 pounds and help them navigate vast oceans with incredible precision. Frogs can change the color of their skin in response to temperature and humidity. They are masters of camouflage. Ducks have waterproof feathers, and when they dive underwater, air bubbles collect on their feathers, helping them stay dry. Leopards can run at speeds of 35 miles per hour, and they are excellent climbers, often taking their prey up into trees to keep it away from other predators. Owls don't have eyeballs. Rather, they have tube-shaped eyes that give them incredible vision at night. Dolphins use their signature whistles as names to identify each other. They can even imitate the whistles of other dolphins they hear. Meerkats live in highly social groups and take turns acting as lookouts to keep the group safe from predators. Crows can recognize and remember human faces. If a crow perceives a person as a threat, they may hold a grudge against them. Narwhals are one of the only animals on Earth to have a long spiral tusk, which is actually an extended tooth. Giant squid have eyes the size of dinner plates. These massive eyes help them see in the dark depths of the ocean. Hedgehogs have over 5,000 spines on their bodies that protect them from predators. When threatened, they curl into a ball for extra defense. Llamas are known for their distinctive spitting behavior, but they do this to show dominance or irritation, not because they're angry. Bison were once so numerous in North America that they outnumbered people by over 60 million. Today, their populations are recovering. Mantis shrimp have the fastest punch in the animal kingdom. Their claws can strike with the force of a bullet, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour. Zebras' stripes are unique to each individual, much like human fingerprints. No two zebras have the same pattern of stripes. Sloths have a very slow metabolism and only poop once a week. It's quite a process, as they descend from their trees to do so. Giant pandas can eat up to 40 pounds of bamboo every single day. It makes up almost their entire diet, and they spend around 12 hours eating. Rats laugh when they're tickled. Although it's a high-pitched sound humans can't hear, they emit ultrasonic vocalizations when having fun. Platypuses don't have stomachs. Instead, their esophagus connects directly to their intestines. Tardigrades, also known as water bears, are nearly indestructible. They can survive extreme conditions like outer space, extreme heat, freezing cold, and high radiation. Bats are the only mammals that can truly fly, and some species can live up to 30 years in the wild. Giraffes have the same number of neck vertebrae as humans, only 7, but their vertebrae are much longer. Hedgehogs are nocturnal creatures and have poor eyesight, but their sense of smell is extraordinary, helping them find food at night. Wombats have a unique square-shaped poop. This helps prevent the poop from rolling away, which they use to mark their territory. Oysters can change their gender. They often switch between male and female throughout their life. Albatrosses can sleep while they fly. They do so by shutting down one hemisphere of their brain at a time, allowing the other side to rest. Crows are excellent problem solvers and can even use tools like twigs to extract food from difficult-to-reach places. Ducks are known for their quacking sound, but did you know that male ducks have a special grunting noise to court females? Hawks can see 5 times more clearly than humans, allowing them to spot their prey from great distances. Polar bears have black skin underneath their white fur. This helps them absorb heat from the sun to keep warm in the Arctic cold. Pygmy goats are extremely playful and have been known to jump and run in circles for fun. They are just as quirky as they are cute. Koalas have fingerprints that are nearly identical to humans, even under a microscope, making them one of the most unusual animals. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals, capable of running at speeds up to 75 miles per hour, but they can only maintain that speed for short bursts. Squirrels are responsible for planting countless trees, as they forget where they've buried their acorns. Bison are the largest land animals in North America and can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They can also run up to 35 miles per hour. Moose have very large hooves that help them travel through snow. They can even swim across rivers, using their hooves like paddles. Turtles can live for more than 100 years, making them one of the longest living animals on the planet. Raccoons are very dexterous with their paws, almost like humans. They can open doors, latches, and even containers to get food. Ants have super strength. They can carry up to 50 times their body weight, which is like a human lifting a car. Kangaroos can leap over 3 meters in a single bound, and their strong tails help them balance while hopping. Seahorses are one of the few animal species where the males carry and give birth to the babies. The males incubate the eggs in a pouch. Quokkas are often referred to as the happiest animals in the world because they always seem to be smiling. Camel's milk is easier for humans to digest than cow's milk and is a staple in some desert regions. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, while trees evolved around 350 million years ago. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills, while 1 pumps it to the rest of the body. When they swim, the heart to the body stops beating. Gorillas can use sign language and communicate with humans. Some have learned to express themselves in ways that show a surprising depth of emotion. Jellyfish are 95% water and have no brain, heart, or bones. Despite their simplicity, they've been around for over 500 million years. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. They do this when swimming or avoiding predators. Bats are excellent navigators. They use echolocation to find their way in the dark and locate food sources. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. The pattern of stripes is unique to each individual, just like human fingerprints. Caterpillars can have as many as 4,000 muscles in their body, which is a lot considering their size. Leopards are excellent swimmers and enjoy spending time in the water, unlike most other big cats. Lemurs have a scent gland on their wrists that they use to mark territory and communicate with other lemurs. Crocodiles can't stick their tongue out, as it's held in place by a membrane that keeps it anchored to the roof of their mouth. Giraffes have to spread their legs wide apart when drinking water, as their long necks don't allow them to bend down easily. Chimpanzees can understand and use basic tools, like using sticks to fish for termites or ants, showing advanced problem-solving skills. Hope you liked our videos. If you have any questions, please comment us. Penguins are excellent divers. Some species can dive to depths of over 1,000 feet and stay underwater for up to 20 minutes. Owls have specialized feathers that allow them to fly silently. Their wings have a unique structure that dampens the sound of their flight. Swan couples mate for life, and when one of them dies, the surviving partner often mourns and will sometimes refuse to take on a new mate. Giraffes sleep less than 2 hours a day. They take quick naps while standing, making it hard for predators to sneak up on them. Sea otters use rocks to crack open shellfish, making them one of the only animals known to use tools to access food. Hawks have exceptional vision and can see small animals from a distance of up to 2 miles away. Bees are able to recognize faces, allowing them to distinguish between flowers and other objects in their environment. Wolves are highly social animals, living in packs with strict hierarchies. They cooperate in hunting and care for each other's young. Peacocks spread their colorful tail feathers to attract mates. The more vibrant and large the tail, the more attractive they are to peahens. Pythons can unhinge their jaws to swallow prey that is much larger than their head. Lynxes have tufts of fur on their ears that help with their exceptional hearing abilities. Bison once roamed in massive herds, so large that they could block entire trains, and their herds would stretch for miles. Koalas are very particular about what they eat, only consuming a small selection of eucalyptus leaves that are poisonous to most other animals. Sea turtles return to the same beach where they were born to lay their eggs, often traveling thousands of miles to do so. Sloths have a very low body temperature, much lower than most mammals, which helps them conserve energy as they move slowly. Caterpillars have 12 eyes, which help them detect movement and predators while they munch on plants. Giraffes communicate with each other by using a variety of sounds, including grunts, snorts, and even low-frequency moans that can be heard by other giraffes. Octopuses have 3 hearts in blue blood, making them truly unique in the animal kingdom. Ostriches are the fastest birds on land, but they can't fly. Instead, they can run at speeds up to 45 miles per hour. Kangaroos are herbivores and love to eat grasses and shrubs. They have a special hopping technique to move quickly across open landscapes. Crocodiles can live up to 100 years. They're one of the longest living reptiles on Earth. Narwhals have a tusk that can be over 10 feet long. It's actually a tooth that grows out of their upper jaw. Baboons are known to have incredibly strong social hierarchies, and they form deep friendships within their troops. Parrots are excellent mimics, capable of copying human speech, other animal sounds, and even environmental noises. Tigers have antiseptic properties in their saliva. If they lick their wounds, it helps prevent infections. Kangaroos can leap up to 25 feet in a single bound, and they use their strong tails for balance when hopping. Hippos are highly territorial animals. They have been known to chase boats and even capsize them if they feel threatened. Hummingbirds can beat their wings up to 80 times per second, making them capable of hovering in place for extended periods. Elephants can communicate with each other through vibrations that travel through the ground, sensing each other's movements miles away. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to their gills, and 1 pumps it to the rest of their body. Cheetahs have distinctive black tear marks running from their eyes to their mouths, which help reduce the sun's glare while they hunt. Polar bears have transparent fur, but their skin underneath is black, helping them absorb heat from the sun. Bats are the only mammals that can truly fly. They also have a specialized thumb that helps them cling to surfaces. Wolves have been known to howl in unison to strengthen the bond within their pack and coordinate hunts. Bees communicate with each other using a dance. They waggle and shake their bodies to tell others where to find food. Penguins are incredibly well adapted to life in the water. Their wings have evolved into flippers that allow them to fly underwater. Squids can change color and even flash their skin to communicate or camouflage with their environment. Pandas are extremely picky eaters. They only eat bamboo, but to sustain themselves, they need to consume around 40 pounds of it every day. Rats can swim for up to 3 days at a time, thanks to their waterproof fur and strong swimming abilities. Chameleons have 360-degree vision. They can move their eyes independently, allowing them to see in almost every direction. Lemurs have very strong social bonds, and they communicate using a variety of vocalizations, body language, and scents. Turtles can live to be over 100 years old. Their longevity is attributed to their slow metabolic rate and a relatively low-stress lifestyle. Frogs can absorb water through their skin, so they don't need to drink it. They hydrate by simply sitting in a puddle. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to avoid drifting away from each other in the current. It's a cute survival tactic. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater, a skill they use when swimming or escaping predators. Crocodiles have a third eyelid that protects their eyes while they swim, allowing them to keep them open underwater. Raccoons are known to wash their food in water, a behavior often called dousing. This is because raccoons' paws are very sensitive, making them feel like they're washing their food. Elephants are capable of grieving the death of a loved one. They have been observed touching and interacting with the bones of deceased family members. Horses can sleep both standing up and lying down. They use a special locking mechanism in their legs that lets them rest while standing. Giraffes have an almost 180-degree range of motion in their necks, which helps them spot predators and navigate through trees. Sharks can sense electrical fields produced by other animals' muscles, helping them locate prey, even in complete darkness. Owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees, but they can't turn their eyes. This unique ability helps them see all around. Kangaroos use their large tails for balance, and even as a fifth leg when hopping at high speeds. Rats are very clean animals and take great care in grooming themselves. They even wash their paws after eating. Gorillas are known to use tools, such as sticks, to test the depth of water or to create nests for sleeping. Monarch butterflies travel up to 3,000 miles to migrate to warmer climates during the winter. Jellyfish have been around for over 500 million years, making them one of the oldest living creatures in the world. Tigers are great swimmers and enjoy cooling off in the water, unlike many other big cats. Bison were once so abundant in North America that an estimated 30 million roamed the plains before their numbers drastically declined. Frogs can leap over 20 times their body length in a single jump. Their powerful hind legs give them impressive jumping abilities. Please write from which city you are in comment section with your name, and we will make a video about that one selected city. Lions can sleep for up to 20 hours a day. Most of their time is spent resting, while they only actively hunt during the evening. Dolphins are one of the few animals that can recognize themselves in a mirror, a sign of high intelligence. Pigs are considered smarter than dogs and can learn a wide range of tricks and tasks with proper training. Otters have the densest fur of any animal. This helps them stay warm in cold waters and stay afloat while they float on their backs. Butterflies taste their food using sensors on their feet. When they land on a plant, they can immediately sense whether it's edible. Cheetahs have specialized pads on their feet that help them grip the ground at high speeds. They also have a long tail for balance. Turtles can live without food for several months, using their fat stores to survive, especially in colder temperatures. Chimpanzees can learn sign language and use it to communicate with humans and other animals. Whales communicate with each other using complex songs, which can travel for miles underwater and help them communicate over long distances. Lemurs have a gland near their wrists that they use to mark their territory with a strong, musky scent. Meerkats have a sentinel system where one member of the group keeps watch for predators while the others forage for food. Baboons can live in groups of 100 or more individuals, all with a strict social hierarchy where each individual knows their place. Frogs are born as tadpoles, and some species can even grow legs while still in their aquatic form before fully transitioning into adults. Pandas eat 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo a day, and they spend about 10 to 16 hours each day eating to sustain themselves. Moles are excellent diggers, using their large, strong front paws to tunnel through the ground and search for insects and worms. Sloths can survive on a diet of leaves, which are low in nutrition. Their slow metabolism helps them make the most out of their food. Cows have 32 teeth, but they don't have upper front teeth. Instead, they use their strong lower teeth to grind their food. Elephants are incredibly emotional animals and can display signs of joy, grief, and even empathy toward each other. Crows are so intelligent that they can plan for the future, understand cause and effect, and even use tools to get food. Giraffes are taller than most trees, with their average height ranging from 16 to 18 feet. Their long necks help them feed on tall trees. Seahorses mate for life, and males even carry the eggs in a pouch until they hatch, giving birth to tiny seahorses. Porcupines use their sharp quills to defend themselves against predators. If a predator gets too close, the porcupine will lash out with its tail. Hummingbirds consume more than their body weight in food each day, feeding on nectar and insects to fuel their energetic flying. Penguins are excellent parents. After the female lays the eggs, the male incubates them while the female goes out to hunt. Leopards are strong climbers and often drag their kills up into trees to keep them safe from scavengers and other predators. Hippos spend most of their time submerged in water to keep their large bodies cool in the hot African sun. Rats are not only clean, but they're also incredibly social. They form bonds with one another and even exhibit empathy toward other rats. Ants are capable of organizing complex structures, working together to build intricate tunnels and colonies with multiple chambers. Horses have been domesticated for over 5,000 years and have played important roles in transportation, agriculture, and even warfare. Lions are the only big cats that live in groups, or prides. They often work together to hunt and protect their territory. Octopuses are colorblind, but can change the color and texture of their skin to blend into their surroundings. Sea lions are excellent swimmers and can dive as deep as 900 feet in search of food, but they also enjoy lounging on land to rest. Owls can fly silently due to their specialized wing feathers, which reduce noise during flight. Beavers are nature's engineers. They build dams that can change the flow of rivers, creating entire ecosystems for other species. Giraffes have large hearts, around 25 pounds, necessary to pump blood to their long necks. Bison are great swimmers and can cross rivers that are up to half a mile wide. Bald eagles have the largest nests of any bird species, with some nests reaching up to 10 feet in diameter and weighing over 2,000 pounds. Starfish can regenerate lost arms, and in some cases can grow back their entire body from just one arm and part of the central disc. Leopards have incredibly powerful jaws and can carry prey that weighs up to twice their body weight up a tree to avoid scavengers. Frogs have excellent hearing and can detect sounds at frequencies that humans can't hear, helping them avoid predators. Snakes do not have eyelids. Instead, they have a transparent scale that covers their eyes, which they shed regularly. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors, which is a sign of advanced cognitive abilities. They are one of the few animals capable of self-recognition. Giraffes have purple tongues, which help protect them from sunburn while feeding on the tall, thorny trees of Africa. Hawks can see a rabbit from over a mile away, thanks to their sharp vision, which is 5 times stronger than that of humans. Cows have been shown to have a strong sense of smell and can recognize different people, other cows, and even other animals by scent. Honeybees can communicate the location of flowers through a waggle dance, which tells other bees where to find the nectar. Pufferfish inflate to an enormous size when threatened. They also contain toxins that make them dangerous to eat for most predators. Whales have the longest migrations of any animal, with some species traveling up to 10,000 miles from the Arctic to the tropics. Chameleons can change their color to communicate, express emotions, or regulate their body temperature, rather than for camouflage alone. Wolves have a high-pitched howl that can travel for miles. They use it to communicate with pack members and to mark their territory. Sloths have long, curved claws that they use to hang upside down from tree branches. Their claws are so strong that they can hold on to branches even after death. Kangaroos have strong, muscular hind legs that allow them to jump long distances, and their tails help them balance while hopping. Crocodiles can hold their breath for an impressive 1 to 2 hours underwater, allowing them to sneak up on prey or avoid danger. Arctic foxes can change the color of their fur from white to brown or gray to blend in with the changing seasons and camouflage from predators. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to comment which animal fact you liked most. Elephants can hear with their feet, sensing vibrations from the ground. They are literally walking seismic detectors. And get this, octopuses have 3 hearts. One pumps blood through the body, while the other 2 pump it to the gills. That's quite the cardiovascular system. Giraffes have a black tongue to protect it from the harsh sun when they eat from tall trees, a royal touch for their dining habits. And koalas, Well, they sleep up to 22 hours a day. Talk about living the dream life. They're the sleepiest animals on Earth. Sloths move so slowly that algae grow on their fur. They literally have green camouflage growing on them. And honeybees, believe it or not, can recognize human faces. They have an amazing sense of facial recognition, which helps them spot familiar humans around their hives. Lions sleep for around 20 hours a day. They are definitely kings of napping, as much as they are kings of the jungle. Pufferfish can inflate to many times their size when threatened. They take puffing up to a whole new level, and mice can sing, but their songs are at a frequency humans can't hear. They've got hidden musical talents. Whales are the largest animals on Earth. But did you know their hearts are as big as a small car? Now that's a heavy hitter. And frogs can live for weeks without food during the winter. They hibernate and essentially become little frozen frogs until warmer days return. Penguins are excellent swimmers and can dive as deep as 1,850 feet to hunt for food. They're the real acrobats of the ocean. And get this, rats can laugh when tickled. It's a high-pitched sound that's basically like a giggle, but inaudible to human ears. Starfish have no brains and no blood, but they can regenerate their limbs and even their entire body. They're the true masters of regeneration. And turtles have existed for over 200 million years, making them one of the oldest surviving animal species. They've seen it all. Pandas eat bamboo for about 12 hours a day, but only digest about 17% of it. It's like they're forever munching on a never-ending buffet. And raccoons have a hand-washing habit. They dip their food in water, giving them the appearance of washing it, but it's just how they forage. Cheetahs can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds. But don't get too excited. They can only maintain that speed for about 30 seconds before getting winded. Chameleons don't change color to blend into their surroundings. They change color to express emotions, communicate, and regulate their body temperature. Armadillos always give birth to identical quadruplets. Talk about synchronized reproduction. Flamingos are born gray and gradually turn pink from the food they eat, like algae and shrimp, which contain carotenoids. A pink makeover. Gorillas are capable of learning sign language, with some even learning hundreds of signs. They've got quite the vocabulary. Beavers can fell trees with their teeth. They don't just nibble, they're true engineers of the forest, building massive dams with ease. Dolphins give each other names. They use specific whistles to call one another. Kinda like having a built-in dolphin phone book. And did you know that wolves mate for life? They have a very loyal, tight-knit pack structure, where the alpha pair is in charge. Hummingbirds have the fastest metabolism of any animal. They beat their tiny hearts up to 1,200 times per minute while flying. Lemurs use their tails for balance communication and even as a way of saying hello to other lemurs. It's their multifunctional accessory. And moles, well, they can dig up to 18 feet of tunnel in a single night. These little underground engineers are constantly busy. Giraffes have the highest blood pressure of any animal. Their long necks require a lot of force to pump blood all the way up to their heads. Bees are essential to pollination, but they also have a very sophisticated social structure. Every bee has a specific role, and they work in perfect harmony. Hippopotamuses sweat a natural, red-colored substance, which acts as a sunscreen and an antibiotic. It's like they're walking around with SPF 50. Chickens can recognize over 100 different faces. They might seem like simple farm animals, but they've got impressive social skills. Tigers are excellent swimmers. While most cats avoid water, tigers love it, and will even swim across rivers. Owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees. They're the true masters of head turning, just like an extra creepy party trick. Cows are capable of remembering faces for years. They form strong social bonds with other cows and even humans. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes while underwater, making them exceptional swimmers. They may be slow, but they're strong swimmers. Pigs are actually very clean animals. Despite their reputation, pigs will designate a specific area of their pen as their bathroom, keeping the rest clean. Octopuses have 3 hearts, 2 of which stop beating when they swim, so it's no surprise they get exhausted easily. Cuttlefish can change not only their color, but also their texture to blend perfectly with their surroundings. They're basically living camouflage. Sharks have an incredible sense of smell. They can detect 1 drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Seahorses are monogamous and mate for life. They also do a cute dance during their courtship, locking tails and swimming in circles. Horses can sleep both standing up and lying down. They've got a lot of flexibility in their sleep habits. Beetles are the strongest animals relative to their size. Some species can carry up to 1,000 times their body weight. Naked mole rats are immune to cancer. They are one of the few animals with this incredible, disease-defying superpower. Penguins don't waddle when they walk on land. They slide on their bellies for efficiency. It's like they've figured out the shortcut. Bats are the only mammals that can truly fly. They're like the ultimate winged creatures, outdoing birds in terms of maneuverability. Zebras have black skin under their white stripes, so if you strip away the fur, they're all black underneath. Mantis shrimp have the fastest punch in the animal kingdom. They can strike with the speed of a bullet, making them ocean superheroes. Sloths are so slow that moss grows on them. It's a slow life, but it's a natural ecosystem. Pangolins are the only mammals wholly covered in scales. They roll up into a ball for protection, like living armor. Bald eagles don't get their white feathers until they're 4 or 5 years old. They start off looking pretty scruffy, just like any bird growing into their adult feathers. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep to prevent drifting apart. It's an adorable example of teamwork in the animal kingdom. Lions are the only cats that live in social groups. They form tight-knit prides, led by a dominant male. Rats can squeeze through holes the size of a quarter. These little escape artists are experts at finding their way out of tight situations. Wombats have cube-shaped poop. This helps it stay in place and mark their territory effectively. Nature's geometric marvel. Peacocks are known for their flashy feathers, but they also make an eerie call that sounds like a scream. They're the divas of the bird world. Crocodiles can live for over 70 years, making them some of the longest living reptiles on the planet. Jellyfish are about 95% water, which makes them the ultimate lightweight swimmers of the ocean. They're also among the oldest creatures in existence. Mice are excellent jumpers. They can leap up to 12 inches high, which is impressive for such small creatures. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals. They can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds. Elephants are capable of deep emotional bonds. They mourn their dead and show empathy toward other animals in distress. Arctic foxes have fur that changes color with the seasons. They go from white in the winter to brown in the summer to blend with their surroundings. Oysters can change their sex depending on the environment, which is a pretty unique form of gender flexibility in the animal kingdom. Mantis shrimp can see ultraviolet light and polarized light, giving them a visual experience far beyond humans. Tigers are great swimmers. They even enjoy playing in the water, unlike many other big cats. Frogs can regenerate lost limbs and heal damaged organs. They're the little superheroes of the amphibian world. Wolves have an incredible sense of smell, 100 times more sensitive than a human's. It's like they're built to track down their prey from miles away. Flies have a short lifespan of only around 30 days, but in that time, they make their mark in the insect world. Giant pandas can eat up to 40 pounds of bamboo each day. That's a lot of bamboo, even for these giant bears. Zebras are known for their unique stripes, which help camouflage them in the wild. No two zebras have the same pattern, making each one a masterpiece. Crows are highly intelligent birds capable of problem-solving and tool-making. They're basically the Einstein of the bird world. Bats make up around 20% of all mammal species. They're one of the most diverse mammal groups. Kangaroos can't walk backward, but they can leap incredibly high and far, covering up to 25 feet in a single bound. Narwhals have a spiral tusk that is actually a tooth. This unicorn of the sea has a tusk that can grow up to 10 feet long. Opossums play dead when threatened. It's called playing possum, and they can do it for hours, pretending to be lifeless until the danger passes. Cats have a vocabulary of around 16 different sounds they use to communicate with humans. It's like they're saying, "What can I do to get my food?" Gorillas are excellent swimmers. Despite their hefty size, they're surprisingly good at swimming and diving. Sea turtles have been around for over 100 million years, surviving the dinosaur era. They were there when the Earth was a much different place. Butterflies taste with their feet. They have taste receptors on their feet, so when they land on something, they can instantly tell if it's edible. Penguins mate for life and are extremely devoted parents. The male penguin even incubates the eggs while the female goes out to hunt. Goats have rectangular pupils, which help them see a wider field of vision and detect predators more easily. Elephants have big ears not just for hearing, they help keep them cool as they act like natural air conditioners. Albatrosses can fly for days without touching the ground. They use wind currents and thermal drafts to soar, sometimes flying up to 10,000 miles without stopping. Starfish can regenerate entire arms and even their central body, making them some of the most resilient creatures on Earth. Wombats are known for their cube-shaped poop, which they use to mark their territory and prevent it from rolling away. Nature's little oddity. Aardvarks have a tongue that's around 12 inches long, which they use to eat ants and termites. They can devour over 50,000 insects in one night. Crows are known for their ability to use tools, recognize faces, and even hold grudges. They're some of the smartest birds on the planet. Hippos sweat a red-colored substance that acts as both sunscreen and an antibiotic. It's a natural way to stay protected from the sun. Bats are the only mammals that can truly fly. Their wings are more like stretched-out hands, which gives them the perfect aerodynamics for flight. Pangolins are the only mammals wholly covered in scales, and they roll into a tight ball when threatened, using their tough armor for protection. So here are awesome animal facts to add to your growing collection of fun and curious animal tidbits. Please add your comments if you like this. Sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. Who knew these slowpokes could also be champions of breath holding? Ants can carry up to 50 times their body weight. So next time you're feeling weak, just channel your inner ant strength. Elephants can hear through their feet by sensing vibrations, so they're like nature's built-in seismic sensors. Kangaroos can't hop backward, but they sure can leap forward with incredible strength and speed. Parrots are capable of mimicking human speech. They're the ultimate eavesdroppers and have surprisingly good memories. Frogs have no eyelids, so they have to blink by flipping their eyeballs inside out. Talk about a creepy blink. Hedgehogs have more than 5,000 spines. But don't worry, they only roll into a ball when they're in danger, so you won't have to avoid pricking your fingers too often. Giraffes have the longest tongue of any mammal, reaching up to 18 inches. That's one way to grab a snack. Crows are known to craft and use tools, such as sticks, to extract insects from tree bark. Who knew birds were so crafty? Chickens can remember over 100 individual faces, so if you're ever near a chicken, just know it's probably giving you a long stare. Cats have a specialized collarbone that allows them to always land on their feet. They're basically little gymnasts in disguise. Rats can laugh when tickled, but their laugh is ultrasonic and inaudible to humans. You can imagine their little rat comedy clubs. Sharks don't have bones, only cartilage. They're like the soft, squishy underdogs of the ocean who can still dominate their environment. Lions are not just kings of the jungle because of their strength. They also sleep for up to 20 hours a day. Must be nice to rule and nap simultaneously. Alligators can hold their breath for up to 2 hours. That's longer than most people hold their breath during a deep dive. Whales can live for over 200 years, making them the longest living mammals. They're basically the elderly statesmen of the ocean. Bison are great swimmers and can swim across rivers at speeds up to 6 miles per hour. They're the ultimate buff swimmers. Owls can rotate their heads almost 270 degrees, making them the most skilled bird detectives. Precise and geometric way. Koalas sleep up to 22 hours a day. Their entire lifestyle is basically a dream for anyone who loves naps. Snakes can unhinge their jaws to swallow prey that's larger than their head. They really know how to stretch their limits. Pandas spend 12 hours a day eating bamboo, and they only sleep around 4 hours. It's like a constant food binge with a little bit of nap time in between. Platypuses are one of only a few mammals that lay eggs. Nature's little oddball with some unique parenting habits. Bats are the only mammals capable of true flight, so they are basically the superheroes of the night sky. Polar bears have black skin under their white fur, which helps them absorb and retain heat. They're basically wearing the world's best thermal onesie. Mice can sing, but it's at a frequency too high-pitched for humans to hear. They're the hidden pop stars of the rodent world. Tigers have stripes not just on their fur, but also on their skin. So even if they were shaved, their stripes would still be there. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep to prevent drifting apart. Talk about a strong bond and a very cute sleepover activity. Beavers can fell trees with their teeth, and their homes are masterpieces of engineering. They should get honorary degrees in architecture. Sloths have a slow metabolism, so they only need to eat about once a week. They're like the masters of slow living. Gorillas can catch colds, just like humans, so if you're ever sneezing around a gorilla, they might ask you to cover your mouth. Cows can moo with accents depending on where they live. Imagine hearing a Yorkshire moo from a cow in England. Utterly delightful. Squirrels bury nuts but forget where half of them are. So they unintentionally help grow trees, nature's accident-prone gardeners. On the job. Baboons have blue rear ends that are so bright, they're practically a neon advertisement for attention. Hey, look at me! Camels can drink up to 40 gallons of water in one go, making them the ultimate hydration experts of the desert. Hummingbirds have the highest metabolism of any animal. They need to eat up to 50% of their nectar every day. Dolphins are known to use mud as sunscreen. They rub it on their skin to protect themselves from the sun. They're definitely ahead of the skincare game. Moles can dig tunnels up to 18 feet in a single night. They must have some serious determination, or maybe they're just digging for treasure. Rats are excellent swimmers and can live for several days without food if necessary. Up and fall over when startled. They're just extra dramatic when it comes to surprises. Meerkats have a designated sentinel that watches for danger while the rest of the group forages. They're like the ever-vigilant bodyguards of the savannah. Giraffes have only 7 neck vertebrae, just like humans. But theirs are much longer, making them the towering giants of the animal kingdom. Sharks can grow a new set of teeth every 8 to 10 days. It's like they're constantly getting a fresh set of pearly whites. Sloths can be upside down for days, and they don't even notice. They live life in a permanent chill state. Wolves howl to communicate over long distances. They're nature's loud, sometimes off-key singers. Bald eagles don't get their white heads and tails until they're around 4 to 5 years old. Romantics of the ocean world. Lemurs are highly social and often greet each other by rubbing their hands together and smelling them. It's like the ultimate lemur handshake. Pufferfish inflate themselves as a defense mechanism, making them look much bigger and harder to eat. They're the original big talkers. Cows have friends and get stressed when separated from them. They're essentially the social butterflies of the pasture. Giant squid have eyes that are the size of basketballs. They're like the true sea giants, with eyes that can see everything. Tigers can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour in short bursts, and they're also great swimmers. They might look like big cats, but they've got moves like a cheetah. Frogs can make all sorts of sounds, from ribbits to croaks, and even a clicking sound that could be part of their secret frog language. Peacocks are known for their impressive tails, but the real show-off behavior happens when they fan their tails to impress potential mates. Oysters can change their sex multiple times throughout their lives. They're the true definition of flexible when it comes to gender. Chinchillas are so clean, they bathe in dust, not water. It's their unique way of staying fresh and fluffy. Hyenas laugh, but it's not because they're having fun. Their laugh is actually a sign of stress or nervousness. Scorpions glow under ultraviolet light. So, if you ever find yourself in the dark with a scorpion, it's a glow-in-the-dark surprise. Elephants can distinguish between different human languages. They've got an ear for accents, too. Zebras are not black with white stripes. They are white with black stripes. Food hoarders. Gorillas can communicate using sign language. They've mastered a form of human interaction, making them clever communicators. Sloths can hold on to branches for hours without even realizing they're hanging. Their grip is strong enough that they forget they're upside down. Wolves mate for life, and they have strong, loyal bonds with their pack members. Cuttlefish can mimic the color and texture of their surroundings, making them the chameleons of the sea. Rabbits can run up to 35 miles per hour when scared, making them some of the fastest escape artists in the animal kingdom. Penguins propose to their mates with pebbles, creating little romantic gestures in the wild. There you go. 80 funny, quirky, and fascinating animal facts to keep you laughing and learning about the animal's world. Please comment the most informative animal facts you know. Animal Facts, an awesome, fun collection of 65 animal facts that are not only informative and interesting, but also hilarious, quirky, and fascinating. Sloths only poop once a week, and when they do, they risk their lives. They climb down from the trees to do their business, and that's when they become most vulnerable to predators. Octopuses have 3 hearts, but only one of them keeps beating when they swim. It's a bit like the octopus is saying, "I'll just stop loving you, but still want to show up for the good stuff." Kangaroos can't walk backward. So when a kangaroo takes a step, it's essentially committing to going forward, no turning back. Penguins propose to their mates with a pebble. So romantic. Imagine if humans used rocks to show love, things would get in relationships. Cows have best friends and get stressed when they're separated. It's like high school friendships, but with more mooing and less drama. Turtles can breathe through their butts. Not only does this make them the unsung heroes of underwater respiration, but it's a pretty convenient party trick. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep to avoid drifting apart. Their version of a couple's therapy session is just staying attached by the paws. Pandas spend about 12 hours a day eating bamboo. They are basically the slow food of the animal kingdom. Very laid-back lifestyle. Fainting goats don't actually faint. They're just experiencing a brief muscle stiffness due to a genetic disorder. They sure know how to cause a spectacle, though. Male seahorses get pregnant and give birth. They're the only animal in the world where the male plays the role of the mother. Gender roles. Anyone? Koalas sleep up to 22 hours a day. They take sleeping into a whole new level. Talk about ultimate relaxation. Wombats have square poop. Their unique cube-shaped droppings help them mark their territory without rolling away. Elephants can't jump, but they can make some serious moves when they dance. Let's just say their rhythm is impressive. Chickens can recognize over 100 faces, including human ones. So, if you've ever had a chicken stare you down, it's not paranoia. They probably know who you are. Narwhals are basically the unicorns of the sea. But here's the kicker. They actually use their horns to sense their surroundings, not just look magical. Giraffes have the same number of neck bones as humans, just 7, but their necks are way longer. They're basically the NBA players of the animal kingdom. Pigs are smarter than dogs and can even play video games. So next time you see a pig, you might want to challenge it to a round of Mario Kart. Squirrels plant thousands of trees every year by accident. They forget where they bury their nuts, and those forgotten nuts turn into new trees. Oops, that was not part of the plan. Cheetahs can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds, but they can't sustain that speed for long. They're the sprinters who need to take a nap right after. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. They're basically the superheroes of the night, spreading their wings and swooping in like caped crusaders. Rhinos have thick skin, but they love getting scratched. They enjoy having birds or other animals give them a good scratch, making them the ultimate mellow giants. Giant clams can live for over 100 years. Talk about slow-paced life. They're just hanging out, being fabulous, and possibly judging the ocean's trends. Lobsters can live forever if they don't get eaten. They stop aging once they reach maturity, and they just keep on living. But that's not really immortal, is it? Tarantulas can survive for weeks without food, but will die in just a few days without water. Imagine holding on for dear life like that. Talk about survival skills. Bees have to visit 2,000 flowers to make just 1 tablespoon of honey. They're the original flower shoppers, carefully curating their pollens. Zebras' stripes are unique, just like human fingerprints. So if you're ever in need of a zebra ID, it's all about those stripes. Axolotls can regrow lost limbs. They're the superheroes of regeneration. Just imagine if humans could regenerate a leg after a bad day. Platypuses are mammals that lay eggs. They're like Mother Nature's little joke, unpredictable and always surprising us. Goats can climb trees. If you've ever seen a goat perched on a tree like a boss, just know it's totally normal in goat terms. Crows are known to use tools, and some have been observed making caw-caw sounds that almost sound like laughter. So a crow could be laughing at your bad haircut from above. Hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backward. They can zip in all directions like little airborne race cars, just with no pit stops. Mantis shrimp have the fastest punch in the animal kingdom. Their punch is so fast it can break glass. They're the real-life superheroes, with no cape, just exoskeleton. Walruses have tusks that are actually teeth, and they use them for all kinds of things, like hauling themselves out of the water and making a fashion statement. Armadillos always give birth to identical quadruplets. Not twins, not triplets, but 4 little armadillos, all in one go. Talk about an efficient birth system. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. So, if you ever find yourself with a crowd of flamboyant flamingos, you'll know what to call them. Cows can also moo with accents, depending on where they're from. Imagine a Scottish cow mooing in its thick accent. Sounds utterly hilarious. Koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans. It's as if they're secretly trying to pass as one of us. No, officer, I totally have my own human ID. And squids, well, they have blue blood. They're essentially the royalty of the sea, living a high blood pressure life with that regal hue. Wolves have a kiss they give to one another, which is just a playful nudge. So, if you're having a rough day, just remember, even wolves need affection. And did you know that rats can laugh when tickled? It's a high-pitched sound, so it's like you're playing a tiny stand-up comedy show with your pet rat. Caterpillars liquefy into goo before they turn into butterflies. Just imagine being like, okay, time to turn into goo, folks. It's a dramatic metamorphosis. And platypuses, they also produce milk, but they don't have nipples. Instead, the milk just oozes out of their skin. Talk about an unconventional way to breastfeed. Chameleons don't change color to blend in with their surroundings. It's actually a way of communicating and expressing their moods. So, they might just be feeling fabulous and vibrant one day. Beavers have orange teeth. They're nature's little engineers. and their bright teeth make it easier to spot them working on their dams. Starfish have no brains. They just go with the flow, literally, as they move along the seafloor, relying solely on instincts. Life without a brain is a mystery for us all. Raccoons love to wash their food, but it's not because they're neat freaks. They just get their paws wet as part of their foraging behavior. Giraffes only need to sleep for about 30 minutes a day. They're like the opposite of me on a Monday morning, surviving on minimal sleep. Hippos sweat red. Their sweat is actually a mix of red and orange, which acts as a sunscreen and antibiotic. Pretty unique makeup routine. Penguins propose to their mates with pebbles, but if they don't like the pebble, they'll reject the offer. Imagine getting turned down for a rock. Awkward. Sharks have been around longer than trees. They've been swimming for around 400 million years, while trees have only been around for about 350 million. Seals have fur that can trap air and keep them warm. So, if you're ever cold, just channel your inner seal and find a way to trap some air in your own coat. Goats have rectangular pupils. This makes them experts at seeing all around them at once, making sure no one sneaks up to steal their lunch. Bats can eat up to 1,000 insects in 1 hour. They're the ultimate bug zappers, only without the buzzing light attraction. Snakes can go months without food, but they need to consume their body weight in food when they do eat. They basically live on a feast or famine schedule. Dolphins have names for each other. They use specific whistles to call out to other dolphins. It's like their own dolphin version of a ringtone. The male lion does most of the resting, while the female lions hunt and do most of the work. This makes the Lion King's lifestyle look pretty laid back. Giant pandas can eat up to 40 pounds of bamboo a day. That's more bamboo than some people eat pizza in a week. Elephants can hear with their feet. They sense vibrations through the ground, which helps them communicate with each other over long distances. Lemurs have a toilet behavior, which involves using the same spot repeatedly for their bathroom needs. They love cleanliness, or at least consistency. Owls can rotate their heads 270 degrees. They basically have a built-in drone feature for maximum head-turning capabilities. Tigers have striped skin underneath their fur, not just on the outside. So they could technically be a striped tiger even without their fur. Albatrosses can fly for hours and hours without flapping their wings, gliding effortlessly in the sky. They figured out how to before it was cool. Horses can sleep both lying down and standing up. They can be both restful and ready to bolt in a second. It's like an instant nap mode for them. Pufferfish inflate themselves when they feel threatened. It's like an underwater version of puffing up to intimidate foes, and they can still blow bubbles when deflated. Mole rats live in large colonies that include both regular workers and blind workers that do a lot of the work but don't see anything. It's like a giant underground social club of mole rats, blind but thriving. There you go, 65 funny, quirky, and fascinating animal facts to keep you laughing and learning about the animal world. Hope you enjoyed these animal facts as much as I enjoyed sharing them. They're not only quirky, but also give a fresh perspective on the animal kingdom. Do not forget to comment the most interesting animal facts you like or you know.